Hey guys, I am outside right now. I'm working on the grommets for the baseball glove. Some of the grommets are a little bit loose and the metal is coming up, and so it's really easy to just get a metal punch and a hammer and just kind of punch the grommets back into place. I'll show you how to do it right here. Alright, so the grommets are looking pretty good. I'm going to go back inside and we're going to address some of the stitching for the glove. Alright, hey guys. You may be wondering why I have a candle here that's lit, and it's, believe it or not, it's not for ambiance, okay? The candle is not for ambiance. The reason why I have the candle lit is because there's a few issues regarding the thread on this glove. Just a few little things coming out, and what I'm doing is I'm warming the wax because I'm going to apply a little bit of wax to some of the thread. It's a very old technique of waxing thread. A lot of times you can just use a stick of wax and rub it on the thread, but the problem is a lot of these threads are so small that I'm gonna have to dip it inside a little bit and then work the wax inside the thread. So I'm gonna start working on just a few pieces of thread here to see if I can clean it up a little bit. So there's some pieces like here that I'm gonna fix. I'm gonna try to bring it through to the other side of the glove using just needles. That way the loose thread will be on the inside of the glove instead of on the outside of the glove. Alright, so let me just start working on this. Alright, so I'm just going to dip it very briefly in the wax. And really the wax is there to kind of make the thread all one piece again because it's starting to fray. You don't really want to get wax on the glove, on the leather glove though, okay? Especially when it's wet. When it's dry, you can just kind of flake it off and that's fine, but you don't want to get wet wax on the glove. Alright, so I'm going to bring this piece of thread to the other side. And the way I do that is I use a leather needle. I'm going to try to use this one right here. And what you do is you stick it through the hole. So I've stuck the leather needle in there. And now I need to try to get this thread through the eyelet. And then I can pull it through. Alright, so now I've got the thread through. And now I'm just going to pull the needle through. And that's going to bring the thread to the other side of the glove, the inside. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm just going to try to wax it a little bit more to kind of lock it in place. But you don't want to go too far with the waxing. I mean, if I can wax them together, even better. So now they're both on the inside of the glove. I'm just going to wax it to kind of lock it into place. So quick tip guys, there's some areas in the lining that seem to be falling apart, or they're a little bit, you know, it's not in the leather, it's in the canvas. And so what I like to do to prevent this kind of stuff from happening in the future is I just like to drip a little bit of candle wax on there to prevent future fraying. So I've already dripped a little bit of candle wax here, and I've done a little bit here. Just a little bit, not too much, and it just prevents future fraying. When I have a thread that I've come inside, I like to wet it with candle wax and then melt it down in place. and that keeps it from going any further. So I've done it right here too. So this is a piece of thread that I've pushed through to the back side of the glove, and then I use some candle wax and I melt it down and put it into place, and then it dries there and it'll stay there. So I fixed all the stitching that I can. The first coat of leather dressing that I put on this glove has already soaked in, and it's still feeling a little bit dry, and so I'm going to touch up a few areas of the glove with some more leather dressing. And I'm still waiting for the tanner's leather lace to come in the mail, and so I can't lace it up yet. So I'm just going to put another coat on, and then I'm going to wait for the lace to come in the mail, and then I'll show how to lace it up. All right.
Well, well, take it.